Broadcasting more than 2,000 games live and archived in 15 sports in over 10 counties in western Pennsylvania, as well as being the exclusive home for all the WPIAL playoffs and championships for nearly 2 decades. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Welcome to coverage of WPIAL basketball 2017-2018 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. High school basketball at tribhssn.triblive.com is sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, by AstroTurf, by Carlow University, proud sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and by Trib Total Media.
And at Upper St. Clair High School, it's WPIAL Girls Basketball first round coverage here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And it's the 2-15 matchup. It's the second-seeded Thomas Jefferson Jaguars against the 15th-seeded Montour Spartans. I'm Sean Saputo. I'm joined alongside my broadcast partner, Brandon Rossi, where earlier here at Upper St. Clair, it was Oakland Catholic upending South Fayette in the 8-9 matchup. And now conference foe of Oakland Catholic, Thomas Jefferson, takes the floor, looking to defeat the Montour Spartans, whom they just faced back on February the 5th and won 63-39, a 24-point victory for the Jaguars over the Montour Spartans, who may have one of the most dynamic 1-2 punches in all of Class 5A, Brandon, and that's Jenna Clark and Marina Petruzzi.
Yeah, it certainly helps whenever you have such the 1-2 punch that you alluded to in Jenna Clark and Marina Petruzzi. Clark, she's the number 8 scorer in all of Class 5A, averaging just under 18 points per game. Marina Petruzzi is a commit to Wesleyan College, a D3 school up in Middletown, Connecticut. And really, whenever you get any player that's committed to play college ball, that puts your team at an advantage, especially against a team that doesn't have the experience that Montour has tonight. It's missing Amalia Esposito. She's out with an injury, and they're going to have to rely on Courtney Thomas, who's going to be coming off of the bench as well. So no Thomas and no Esposito in the starting lineup really will make things difficult for Montour, especially with that 1-2 punch of Jenna Clark and Marina Petruzzi. But really, everybody from Thomas Jefferson can score. It's just a matter of who do you try to put a handle on. Do you try to stop Jenna Clark? Do you try to stop Marina Petruzzi? It opens things up for the other 3 starting players, which are Becca Mascaro, Shayla Williams, and Alyssa D'Angelo. They got 5 players that can really score the basketball very well. So Montour really has to play a stout defense if it wants to stand any chance tonight.
Last year, it was Thomas Jefferson finishing 12-10, lost in the first round to eventual Class 5A champions, the Chartiers Valley Colts. And for Montour last season, 11-12, also lost in the first round to Mars. But this season, completely different tale of the story, especially for Thomas Jefferson, a 19-3 overall record, 9-1 in Class 5A Section 2, winning the section outright. And for Montour, finished 4th in Class 5A Section 1, a 9-13 mark in the regular season, 4-6 in the section, but clinching a playoff spot, much in part to Lincoln Park and Moon both going 1-9 in section play. Finished 4th in the section behind West Allegheny, Chartiers Valley, and the 9th seeded team that fell earlier, South Fayette. Starting lineups for Thomas Jefferson, it's Jenna Clark, Becca Mascaro, Shayla Williams, Marina Petruzzi, and Alyssa D'Angelo. And for the Montour Spartans, it's Carly Agnew, Mia Scrabus, Ava Tambolini, Courtney Thomas, and Gabby Tanny. Just seconds away from the tip, head coach for Montour, is Neil Martin, and the head coach for Thomas Jefferson, George Vlasic, both assisted by a couple players formerly of these programs. We'll get to that in just a moment as we get ready for the opening tip. Mascaro tipping off against Tanny, and it's Mascaro winning the tip but pushes it to Scrabus. And an over and back call on Montour to kick things off right away. Just 3 seconds in, first turnover for the Spartans. And Thomas Jefferson will inbound on the near sideline in front of us. And inbounding is Shayler Williams to Jenna Clark. One of the top scorers in 5A, 17 points a game this season. Clark on the right wing. Crossover dribble towards the top of the key. Gets it to Williams on the left wing. Back inside Mascaro. Turnaround jumper off back rim. Bounces, misses, and offensive rebound Petruzzi. Trapped in the right wing corner. Dribbles back towards the circle. Kicks it out. Right wing three. Nothing but net for Alyssa D'Angelo. Assist goes to Marina Petruzzi. 3-0 Jaguars early in a full court press. Breaking the press is Montour with Scrabus. Scrabus dribbles, kicks out towards the left wing, back to the top of the key. Pulling back is Tambellini in the half-court circle. Now on the right wing, it's Tanny. Dishing around the arc, passing in at the foul line, down low. Tanny goes up strong, misses the layup, no good. Rebound, Petruzzi, her second already. Lobs it ahead to Clark. Clark on the fast break, goes for the reverse layup, misses. Offensive rebound for Mascaro, kicks to Petruzzi at the foul line. Drives, kicks out, turnover Jaguars. Goes to the Spartans.
And Thomas Jefferson's already using its quickness and its shooting ability. Alyssa D'Angelo hitting her 37 three-pointer, which gives her the team lead. And there's really 4 three-point threats for Thomas Jefferson, so Montour has to be on the lookout for that.
Agnew with the basketball, high right wing, sends it across to the high left wing. Scrabus down low inside is Thomas. Thomas drives and travels. Third turnover already for Montour.
Could be an omen. Montour called early with that over and back in the opening seconds. Already its third turnover in the first minute 18. Could be a bad omen for Montour.
Thomas Jefferson also with already 2 offensive rebounds. Lead 3-0, 6:35 left first quarter. It's Clark on the left wing, dribble around. Lob pass to Mascaro, kicks out. Now with another 3 for D'Angelo, right corner. This one off, no good. Rebound Clark offensively. Stops at the right elbow, kicks back out. D'Angelo's going to try again from the right corner, and she's going to hit. 6 points for Alyssa D'Angelo. The assist goes to Mascaro. And it's 6-0 Jaguars with 6:10 left in the first. Now on the high left wing, it's Tambellini. Dribbles around, dishes off to Thomas. Back to Tanny. Montour reluctant to work the perimeter. Gets it out, left wing 3. That one is good from the left corner for Agnew. Teams trading threes. It's 6-3 Jaguars, 5:45 left.
That's exactly what Montour needs to do too, just shoot the 3 ball.
Petruzzi drives, lays it in on the right block. Petruzzi hits the board for the first time tonight, a 1,000-point scorer for the Jaguars. 8-3 with 5.5 left. Now Montour looks to push in transition. Tanny goes up, no good. Rebound Petruzzi, already 3 boards for Petruzzi. She looks to take it coast to coast herself. Makes a move in the lane, misses the layup. Rebound for Tanny, who now pushes ahead, and now it's Thomas. Thomas goes up, she's blocked. Down low by D'Angelo. D'Angelo dribbling around, and she'll cross the timeline with 5:09 left in the first quarter. Petruzzi, left corner 3, off front rim, no good. Rebound Tambellini. Tambellini takes it ahead to the left wing side, and now a shot for 3 off the rim, no good by Agnew. Rebound inside by D'Angelo. Clark pushes ahead. Clark goes for the jumper from the right elbow, and she's fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2 with 4:48 left in the first quarter. Jaguars leading 8-3.
Courtney Thomas just came charging in there like a missile. Easy call, knocking down Clark on the right elbow, and a 30-second timeout is taken.
Courtney Thomas is the guilty party. It's her first, team first. And mentioned a couple assistant coaches on these 2 teams, former players from respective programs. For the Montour Spartans, it's Megan Mastriani. And Mastriani, one of the top players back in the early part of the 2010s for the Montour Spartans, is also the daughter of Coach Mike Mastriani from Quaker Valley, who had an undefeated regular season this year, the #1 seed in the Class 4A boys bracket. And for Thomas Jefferson, one of its previous 1,000-point scorers and standout at Bethany College, it's Skylar Williams as one of the assistants for Coach Vlasic. As Clark heads to the stripe, looking to hit the board for the first time tonight. Jaguars leading 8-3 first quarter. 4:48 on the clock, and Clark's first free throw is good. 1 point for Clark. Jaguars with an early rebounding edge of 5-2 on the Spartans as well. Clark's second free throw. She takes a spin of the ball, dribbles it down twice. Off front rim, no good. Rebound inside by Thomas. Montour looks to charge ahead with Tambolini. Thomas now has it. Clark steps up, tries to force a steal, tips it back in the backcourt, but Thomas keeps it. Drives lane, off her own leg, stolen by D'Angelo, throws a football pass ahead, and that one going up strong was Clark, but she gets fouled. The contact coming from Tambolini. It'll be her first, team second, and Clark back to the charity stripe with a 9-3 lead. A rematch, but this time on the girls' side of the Class 4A WPIAL Boys Football Championship game. As Clark's third free throw of the night is good. She's 2 for 3 now with 2 points.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is the third time that Thomas Jefferson and Montour have played in the playoffs this season. You mentioned the football championship, but Montour boys soccer defeated Thomas Jefferson in the first round of the Class 3A playoffs en route to the WPIAL Boys Basketball Championship.
Clark's second, no good. 10-3 Jaguars. Rebound went to Dillinger, who steps in for the first time tonight. And now a steal by the Jaguars. Clark driving again. Misses the layup. Rebound inside by Williams. Williams goes up and the hook shot, and she's fouled down low. The foul going on Scrabus. It will be her first, team's third. Actually, they call it on Agnew. So her first, team's third. And now to the line is Shayler Williams. First one, no good. Jaguars 2 for 5 from the charity stripe early on, but still lead 10-3 with 4:15 on the clock in the first quarter. Second one, no good, but an offensive rebound for D'Angelo. D'Angelo kicks to Williams, back to Clark, top of the key, drives left side. Crossover dribble, back behind the arc, and now posts up in the left corner. Dishes it all the way across. D'Angelo now drives far baseline, kicks to the right elbow, and it's Mascaro, and she's held up. And a foul on Montour. Inbound pass coming on the baseline underneath.
Yeah, Montour's trying to match the physicality, or at least match Thomas Moore's shooting ability with drawing contact. It's starting to pay back on them. That's already the fourth team foul on Montour. Thomas Jefferson hasn't committed a foul yet.
Clark's inbound pass, no good by Mascaro on the shot. Then Petruzzi with an offensive board, and she can't lay it in. And it's pushed out by Thomas. Thomas went to Agnew, and now it's Dillinger. Dillinger lobs it to Agnew on the right wing, wide open, but she elects to pass. Now inside, Thomas driving, middle of the lane, misses the layup, no good. Foul inside, and it's either going to be on Petruzzi or Mascaro underneath. And they call it on Petruzzi, I do believe. It is Petruzzi, her first, team's first. Inbound to Thomas on the right elbow. Goes down low, missing the layup, no good. Rebound by Clark, and a foul on Montour. Great job down low by Becca Mascaro to cause havoc. And foul goes on Courtney Thomas. It's already her second. 5-team fouls for Montour. 3:25 left first quarter, 10-3 Jaguars lead. Clark, wide open Williams, left wing three, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Clark. Clark step back jumper from 15, and that one's good for Clark. She has 4 points, and it's 12-3 Jaguars. 3 minutes left first quarter. Petruzzi went for the steal, and they're going to call the foul on Montour. Foul goes on Gabby Tanny, her first, and the team's 6th foul. The Jaguars inbound with Williams to Clark. Clark crosses the timeline, under 3 minutes now, first quarter, 12-3 Jags. Clark with it, driving, dish out, wide open, Williams, right wing three. Williams hits. First 3 points of the night for Shaler Williams on the assist from Jenna Clark. And a timeout is called by the Montour Spartans, trailing 15-3 with 2:48 left in the first, and we'll take one as well. You're watching 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and it's here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
15-3, Thomas Jefferson has blown the doors open a little early in this one in the 2:15 matchup in Class 5A in the girls' side of the bracket. As Montour is just about to finish a timeout called, and Brandon, it's been all Thomas Jefferson early, and it's been a lot of whom you would expect with the starting five, and Clark and Petruzzi and D'Angelo doing a lot of the work.
The shooting early on was a bit spotty, but now it looks like the shooting game for the Jaguars starting to come on strongly, especially with Jenna Clark. She missed a couple of wide open layups, but now with that step back jumper, I think she's starting to get that shooting ability back, and Thomas Jefferson up on this early lead because of the three-point shooting.
And now a steal by Clark, and she fakes the pass and lays it in. Clark with 6 points. Glued a steal to that one as well.
Almost like she heard me from over here.
17-3, Thomas Jefferson, 2:30 left. Tanny gets the pass off, and dribbling back is Dillinger at the top of the key. Stepping up and throwing a pass that is going to be stolen by Petruzzi, but Petruzzi steps on the line out of bounds, and back to Montour as Casey Gedman checks in for the first time tonight for Thomas Jefferson. This is the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, sponsored by Carlow University on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Sean Saputo with Brandon Rossi and Jess Levo doing a fantastic job on video this evening for both of these games here at Upper St. Clair, as Montour turns the ball over on the far sideline and sends it to the Jaguars. Gedman inbounds to Clark. Clark with the basketball at the top of the key. Hands off Gedman right wing. Gedman drives, dishes down low to Petruzzi, makes a move, layup on the right block, and it's good for Petruzzi. 4 points for Mia Petruzzi. The assist goes to Clark, and it's 19-3, Thomas Jefferson. Tanny back to Tambellini. Now Thomas on the right wing, dishes down low. Tanny goes for the right hand layup. She gets the contact and the and one. The foul goes on Mara Cease, and the first 2 points of the night for Tanny. She looks to make it a three-point play.
Positive there for Montour. Not only do they get the and one, stopping the bleeding, so to speak, the 13-0 run Thomas Jefferson went on.
She gets the free throw to fall. 19-6 with 1:35 left first quarter. Clark with the basketball. Dishes down low and a little too high on the pass for D'Angelo. And out of bounds, turnover Thomas Jefferson. Montour takes over. It's trailed this entire game so far. Now with the basketball and nearly losing it is Tambellini. Agnew comes up with it. Thomas now on the left wing. Dribbling around the arc, pulls back high right wing, dishes down low to Tanny. Goes up. She gets her shot blocked by D'Angelo, and it's taken by Cease to Clark. Clark dribbles towards the top of the key. Stops, looks, gives it to D'Angelo. Now open Gedman, left corner. That one for two. No good front rim. Rebound D'Angelo. D'Angelo bounce pass to Cease. Down low to Petruzzi, and the contact and the foul. Petruzzi gets the lay-in. She's going to go for the and one. Great pass down low by Cease. Petruzzi at the charity stripe. 6 points tonight. Make it 7, and it's 22-6 Thomas Jefferson. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Now, Montour looking to break the press, and with Tanny trying to find Tambellini on the right wing corner, throws it away. Jaguars take over with 53.7 seconds left in the first quarter, still leading by 16, 22-6. Gedman to Clark. Clark with the basketball, crosses the timeline, and she's at the top of the key, dribbling towards the right wing side. Pulls back, gets it to Gedman. On the right wing, Gedman looking, gives it to Cease in the right corner. Pulls up her dribble, gives it to Gedman, top of the key. Back down low for Cease. Cease dribbles, kicks out to D'Angelo on the left wing. Steps back, 30 seconds left first quarter, 22-6 Jaguars. Clark, crossover dribble, turns her back to the hoop, dishes to Petruzzi on the right wing. Drives right baseline, kick to Clark on the left wing, shoots the three. Off the rim, no good. Cease gets the rebound down low, goes up, misses, and a foul is coming. It's going to go on Thomas Jefferson after Cease collected the offensive rebound. That foul might go on D'Angelo. It is.
Also a score update between the Plum and Trinity game. Believe it or not, Plum is on top of Trinity right now, 17-10. Could be a major upset unless Trinity decides it wants to come back.
And Tanny breaks the press, goes up with the right hand on the left lane, on the right lane, and she lays it in. 5 for Tanny. 3 seconds left. Dish to D'Angelo. She drives, pulls up. Last shot at the buzzer. She hits. D'Angelo shot that at the last possible second and gets it to go for her 8th point of the night. And Thomas Jefferson, after 1 quarter of play, leads the Montour Spartans in the 2:15 matchup 24-8. We'll take a break when we come back. It's the second quarter. You are watching 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs. They're sponsored by Carlow University, and it's here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlow. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou.
Carlow University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Final score just rolling in. The winner of this game will take on number 7 Gateway, or number 10 Ringgold. Gateway was the victors, 39-28 winners over the Ringgold Lady Rams. So the winner of this game will take on Gateway in the WPIAL Class 5A quarterfinal round.
And it was Gateway that handed Thomas Jefferson its lone loss in section play, as those two split matchups this season. Gateway improving this season, finishing in the conference. And now Clark a three. That one off the side of the glass, no good, but it's D'Angelo coming up with an offensive rebound down low out of nowhere, and she draws contact and will head to the line just 11 seconds into the second quarter. D'Angelo with 8. D'Angelo with a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. First free throw for D'Angelo is good, 9 points. And it's 25-8 Thomas Jefferson. Second free throw up and coming for D'Angelo as Dillinger checked out for Montour, and D'Angelo hits. She's in double figures, first player tonight to do so. And it's 26-8 Thomas Jefferson. Montour breaks the press. Tambellini with the basketball, dribbling high around the arc. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas stops at the Panther logo. Gives it to Tambellini. Tambellini will look to drive, but she pulls back out high right wing. To Thomas on the top of the key with 7:25 left in the first quarter. Looking to dish it off, and instead pulls back. Gets it to Agnew on the high left wing. Agnew guarded tightly. Steal by Thomas Jefferson. Clark coming up ahead. Clark goes up with the left hand. No good. Offensive rebound down low by Williams. Her layup's no good. Rebounded inside by Williams. Got her own rebound. And then the three-pointer for D'Angelo, and she has 13 tonight. Williams with 2 offensive boards in the sequence. Kept the play alive for the Jaguars, and now a steal by Petruzzi. Petruzzi dishes down low to Clark. Clark misses the layup, no good, but Mascaro gets the rebound. Back to D'Angelo, top of the key. She is on fire tonight. 16 points for Alyssa D'Angelo. And a timeout called by Montour. It is 32-8 with 6:42 left in the first half.
What a performance right now for Alyssa D'Angelo. She's only a sophomore, already 16 points. She averages just under 11 points per game, and Thomas Jefferson has things rolling right now. But if you're a working professional ready to move up in your career, Seton Hill University has a program just for you. Seton Hill's adult degree program offers flexible undergraduate degree courses in areas like accounting, criminal justice, business, and human services. The adult degree program has 5 start dates a year and offers convenient course times, financial aid, a 96% placement rate, and career services for life. Register for our next info session and learn more at setonhill.edu/ADP. Seton Hill University, this way up.
As Petruzzi heads to the bench to take a breather. It's Julia Schern checking in for the Jaguars. Both these teams, Montour, just 3 seniors on the roster. For Thomas Jefferson, just 4 seniors. Only 2 senior starters and 2 reserves for the Jaguars that are the seniors. And Montour has 1 senior that fills in and 2 that don't hit the floor too often. So relatively young teams on both sides. 6:30 left. It's Tamalini with the basketball. Dishes off to Agnew. Agnew down low to Thomas. Thomas drives middle of the lane. She's fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Thomas Jefferson goes on Schern. Her first. Just the 4th team foul. And it's Thomas to the line. No points for Thomas so far. Looking to score the first points of the quarter for the Spartans, and she misses the first free throw. 1 for 2 from the line is Montour, as Montour gets a substitution. And checking in for the Montour Spartans is Scrabus. Second free throw goes for Thomas. She has 1 point, and it's 32-9. 6:15 left, second quarter. Jaguars leading. Williams on the right wing, dishes down low, Mascaro, kick out Schern. Now D'Angelo back to Schern on the left wing. Clark pulls back at the top of the key and resets the offense. Clark dishes off Williams, right wing 3 for Williams, off front rim, no good. Rebound inside D'Angelo, and she lays it in. 18 points, 5 boards for D'Angelo, and it's 34-9, Thomas Jefferson. 5:50 left first quarter. Thomas on the high left wing, dribbles around, dishes off to Tanny. Now hands it off to Kamari Fitzpatrick. Nearly has it stolen away, but Scrabus gets the basketball. Bounce pass stolen by the Jaguars. Mascaro floats one ahead to Clark. Clark with the right-hand layup. It's good. Mascaro the assist. Clark has 8 points, and it's 36-9, Thomas Jefferson. 5:25 left first quarter. Thomas takes a bump from Clark, but dribbles around to the right wing side. Now Tanny driving the right lane. She's fouled down low by Mascaro, and Tanny will head to the line to shoot 2. 5th team foul for the Jaguars. This is the first on Mascaro. Tanny heads to the line. 5 points for her on the night. 1 for 1 from the stripe, and hits the first. She has 6. Gedman checks in for Clark. It's 36-10 as Montour has hit double digits. And the second free throw is off the rim, no good, rebounded by Mascaro. Gedman running the point. It's it to Schern in the left wing, back to Gedman, top of the key. Out to the right wing, Williams inside to Mascaro, step back. Kick to Schern, top of the key, now Williams wide open from the right wing, 3. Off the side of the rim, rebound inside by Thomas. Thomas drives all the way ahead, looks, takes it, and charge called as Gedman slides in to take the charge. And Thomas picks up the foul. It's her 3rd and the team's 9th.
Beautiful job by Gedman. She's not the biggest girl on the court right now at 5'5", able to set the feet, and Courtney Thomas basically just bulldozing her way through Gedman, and easy call there.
Gedman running the offense. 4:50 left first quarter, leading 36-10 Thomas Jefferson. Williams takes the dish from Gedman and drives all the way in for her 5th point. It's 38-10. 4:35 left first quarter. Petruzzi heads to the scorer's table. Check back in for Thomas Jefferson. Tanny to Fitzpatrick. Back to Scrabus. Now on the top of the key is Tambellini. Dishes to Agnew. Resets with Scrabus. Scrabus working around the arc. Zone defense for the Jaguars. Tambellini driving baseline. Gets her shot blocked by Mascaro, but a foul is called as Mascaro got the hand after tipping the ball. And to the line for Montour is Tambellini. First free throw for Tambellini tonight is off front rim and off the back and out. This free throw again for Montour. 2 for 5 from the stripe this quarter. 38-10 trailing are the Spartans with 4:12 left second quarter. Second free throw. It's off front rim, no good. Offensive rebound though by Tanny. Goes up and under and gets her own offensive rebound. Trapped, back to the top. Agnew, left wing three, and that's airmailed. Offensive rebound though again. And now dished out by Tambellini. Tanny nearly steps out, but dishes to Tambellini. And Tambellini dribbles all the way back to reset. Great sequence for the offensive boards by Montour just now. 3 offensive boards, but Gedman pokes it free from Tambellini. Goes strong with the left hand, and she is hacked hard by Tambellini, who picks up her second foul. And with 3:41 left, Gedman will head to the stripe, leading 38-10.
Gedman got clothesline there, WWE style from the left block. And Tambellini very aggressively fouling Gedman there. That's actually Tambellini's 3rd foul of the contest. Montour already in the double bonus.
Gedman gets herself readjusted after taking the hard foul. And back to the line. This is the first trip tonight for Gedman. Her first free throw is off front of the rim, touches the glass and falls. First point of the night for Gedman. It's a 39-10 lead for Thomas Jefferson as Tambellini checks out. Ava Scrabus checks back in for Montour. Second free throw for Gedman is nothing but net. 40-10, Thomas Jefferson, second quarter, 3:40 left. Ava Scrabus runs the offense. Looks for Agnew and gives it to Agnew on the right wing. Down low to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick just has it ripped out of her hands by Shern, and then Thomas Jefferson looking to work in transition has it stolen by Mia Scrabus. Scrabus across to Agnew. Agnew with the basketball on the high arc. Decides to dish it off. Ava Scrabus. Now Agnew looking to drive, guarded by Gedman. Dishes inside to Tanny. Tanny goes off the right block, misses the shot. Rebound Fitzpatrick on the offensive glass. Now a near throwaway by Thomas Jefferson as Gedman pokes the ball out of bounds, and with 2:59 left, Montour holds serve, trailing 40-10 late first half. Inbound from the far sideline, Agnew into Scrabus. Scrabus dribbles towards the right wing, kicks it to Tanny on the right corner. Down low inside Thomas, goes up and under, and she gets the lay-in. Thomas with 3 points for the Spartans, and it's 40-12. With 2:40 left in the second quarter. 2-3 zone now for Montour. Shern on the left wing, gets it to Petruzzi, left corner. They pitch and catch, and it ends up with Gedman at the top of the key. Back to Petruzzi. Petruzzi dribbles, pull-up jumper from 14, and she hits. Marina Petruzzi with 9 points. And it's 42-12. Thomas Jefferson, 2:20 left second quarter. Inside to Thomas. Thomas on the right block. Coming in to try to block that one is Petruzzi, and fouls Thomas, and she heads to the stripe for the second time tonight. Petruzzi's second foul. Thomas with 3 points. 1 for 2 from the line. First free throw. That one's good. 4 points for Thomas as Clark and D'Angelo check back in for the Jaguars, and checking out for Montour is Kamari Fitzpatrick, and Dillinger re-enters. Second free throw for Thomas. That one off front rim, and it gets the roll. 5 points for Thomas, 42-14. Jaguars lead, 2:10 left first half. Clark driving all the way underneath, dishes off to Gedman. Now D'Angelo drives, pull-up jumper from the left elbow, and that one hits. D'Angelo has 20 in the first half, and it's 44-14 Jags. 1:50 left in the second quarter. Agnew dribbling around the arc. Sends it back around, driving and dishing off. And a travel as Scrabus lost her footing, trying to pivot back and picked up the pivot foot and turnover Montour.
Seemed as if whenever Montour started to get some shots to fall, get to the free throw line, then comes Clark and D'Angelo, and Coach Vlasic basically just said, I had enough.
Clark lobs one to Gedman, now to D'Angelo. D'Angelo dribbles around the left corner to the left wing. Gedman steps up and shoots a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Scrabus. Running the offense is Dillinger. Bounce pass to Agnew on the left wing. Has to go down low to pick it up. And a foul is going to be called on Thomas Jefferson. And that sends Montour to the line for a 1-and-1.
I think they're going to get D'Angelo on the foul. That's, if it is, it'd be her second, team eighth, and it is on the sophomore D'Angelo.
First free throw for Thomas, in and out, no good. Rebounded by D'Angelo. Clark, pull up three from the top of the key. Clark hits, she's got 11. It's 47-14 Jags. Thomas to Tanny in the right corner, down low, right block, up and under, goes Thomas, and a great move by Courtney Thomas, who leads the way for Montour with 7. It's 47-16 with 48 seconds left, and Clark going for the pass down low, had Shern, but was unable to jump high enough to catch it, and out of bounds, turnover goes to Montour. Dribbling ahead is Thomas. She sends it over to Dillinger. Now back to Thomas, and Gedman will be called for the foul, coming out to play defense on Thomas, and Thomas for the third time this quarter will head to the line. Thomas with 7 points all this quarter. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 on the last trip. And makes this one. 8 points now. Second free throw. That one's good. 9 for Thomas. And it's 47-18. Clark slowly bringing the basketball ahead. Crosses the timeline with 24 seconds left. Drives inside, kicks to D'Angelo on the right corner. Drives right baseline, dishes down low to Cease. And Cease hits for her first 2 of the night. Assist D'Angelo, it's 49-18. 10 seconds left, Agnew on the left wing. Gets it to Dillinger. Dillinger back to Agnew. Left wing 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Cease. Gets it to Clark. 2 seconds left. Clark shoots it at the buzzer. Off the backboard, no good. And that does it for the first half of play from Upper St. Clair High School. It's the second-seeded Thomas Jefferson Jaguars 49. The 15th seeded Montour Spartans 18. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will have your scoring recap sponsored by UPMC. It's halftime here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's exclusive coverage of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, sponsored by Carlow University.
380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville carries a full line of brand new furniture at discount pricing. 380 Discount Warehouse carries Ashley, Liberty, Vaughn Bassett, and Best Home Furniture, and many more. You can special order your furniture at discount pricing. While you're there, shop the many other departments, including tools, automotive, food, pet and wildlife, household goods and cleaning supplies, lawn and garden, and seasonal holiday decor. Visit them on the web at shop380.com or on the road at Route 380 in Murraysville. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Shop 380 Discount Warehouse and save big.
Check out the new Trib Live High School Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, pictures, videos, links to our articles, and more. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle Trib Live HSSN. Get in the conversation on Facebook at facebook.com/TribLiveHSSN. And on our YouTube channel, you can find thousands of interviews with local student athletes and coaches, plus highlights and full games. The spot for Western Pennsylvania high school sports on social media this season is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Roundball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Roundball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. While the weather outside may be frightful, the winter high school sports is delightful. That's here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Log on to the Trib, hssn.triblive.com for weekly audio and video coverage of boys and girls high school basketball, WPIAL wrestling, and PIHL high school hockey. The warmth and the glow of the winter sports season may be heard daily on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Check out the new and improved Trib Live High School Sports Network website every day. Log on to Trib, hssn.triblive.com for all the schedules, the scores, the standings, great articles, and features from around the WPIAL. And, of course, live and archived broadcasts. If you are a high school sports fan, the only website you will need is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network at hssn.triblive.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using hashtag What Drives You.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back it up for St. Clair High School halftime. Thomas Jefferson leads 49-18, and while I take a look around the WPIAL, I will send it to Brandon Rossi, who has your scoring update sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
First of all, looking at Montour, not a whole lot of scoring, 18 points in that first half, half of them coming from Courtney Thomas, and most of those points for Thomas coming off of the free throw line. She is, to my recollection, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. There's also got 2 field goals. She's been pretty much held in check by the Thomas Jefferson Jaguar defense. Gabby Tanny also has 6 points. She looked to be the high scorer for the Montour Spartans. And finally, Carly Agnew scoring 3 points for Montour. Now looking at Thomas Jefferson, obviously a lot more spreading the ball around as it's known to do all this season. Thomas Jefferson proving why it's one of the best offenses in all of the WPIAL, regardless of classification. This game right now, it's Alyssa D'Angelo taking the spotlight. She's got 20 points in that first half. She only averages 11 points per game, already nearly doubling that mark in the first half alone. Jenna Clark, the junior point guard, taking many shots and has only gotten 11 points out of it, including a three-pointer towards the latter stages of the first half. Other than that, Marina Petruzzi, the Wesleyan Cardinal women's basketball commit, she's got 9 points. Hasn't really been that much of a factor in this game, but whenever you have a hot hand like D'Angelo right now, you don't necessarily need it all too much. Shayla Williams has got 5. Mara Cease and Casey Gedman also have 2 points. And that's your scoring recap, sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering to stay strong and play on program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And also, this game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited.
Taking a look around the WPIAL for some scores around, especially Class 5A right now. And take a look as, of course, Oakland Catholic defeated South Fayette 63-42. And then Trinity right now, the number 1 seed at the half, fighting with number 16 Plum, leading 25-19, but Trinity uses a 15-2 run to end the first half, or 12-0 run, whichever way you would like to view it. Of course, TJ up right now, 49-18, our game here. Gateway will face the winner of this one, beat Ringgold 39-28 in a defensive matchup. West Allegheny defeats Woodland Hills 58-41. We'll face the winner of Chartiers Valley and Armstrong. No score update on that one. Mars, the number 4 seed, defeated Uniontown 54-33. And currently in the 5-12 matchup, it is 5th place. Hampton leading Connellsville 21-14 at the half. Score update just in on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It is Chartiers Valley leading Armstrong 29-19 at the half. So as things are rolling right now, chalk is on the board for Class 5A. But the super contest of the night, I would say right now, would have had to have been Sarah Catholic and Riverview in Class 2A girls action, as Gigi Madigan splits defenders and banks a 3 to give Sarah Catholic a 53-52 win at the buzzer over Riverview. And in that matchup between those two schools, Riverview, one of the lower seeds, towards the bottom part of the bracket, it was a 5-12 matchup, so Sarah Catholic, the 5, escaping 12th seeded Riverview.
Bit of a surprise considering that Sarah Catholic was projected to be one of the top tier teams in Class 2A. I had them earlier in the year, and they're kind of like how we saw with Oakland Catholic. They have a lot of players that can score the basketball, not really any standouts. But Gigi Madigan, normally the standout for Sarah Catholic, getting the job done, and really Sarah Catholic is counting its blessings after that three-pointer she hit at the buzzer.
Sarah Catholic moves on to face Greensburg Central Catholic, the 4 seed, also in Class 2A. Fraser upended by Leechburg in a matchup of the 6-11. Leechburg moves on to face Chartiers Houston, and Leechburg winning that one 75-60.
Battle of the top 2 scorers in Class 2A. Michaela Lovelace getting the better of Fraser's Brooke Poling, and Lovelace, one of the better players in all of girls basketball in the WPIAL, getting the job done for the Leechburg Blue Devils, who have really been on the rise as of late.
Only other scores I saw around the WPIAL, Amani Christian boys defeating West Green to move on and face Monessen on Thursday, and Propel Andrew Street defeats Holy Family Academy. And both of those teams' first matchups in first games in the playoffs, respectively. As third quarter starts, down low Thomas, right under Tanny, misses, gets her own offensive board, goes up, she's blocked by D'Angelo, gets the rebound again, and Tanny puts it up strong, who has 8 points. 5 boards as well for Tanny. Mascaro down low, dishes out to Petruzzi. Left corner 3 off the rim, no good, and Tanny gets the board. Tanny throws it away immediately to Petruzzi. Pull-up jumper from the foul line, no good. Clark steps back for the offensive board. Clark running around the arc. Dishes off to D'Angelo. Left corner 3 off the side of the rim, no good. D'Angelo tips the rebound out to Clark. Clark saves it momentarily, but throws it away to Thomas. 3-on-2 and thrown away to Williams by Montour. Another turnover, and Clark storms ahead. Pass down low to Mascaro. Mascaro from the left side lays it in. Mascaro's first 2 points of the night.
If you're watching on the stream provided by Jess Leva, really you can see the excellent ball movement that Jenna Clark has. Exceptional, being able to create something out of nothing every time she has the basketball.
Thomas drives right lane, misses the layup, no good, gets her own offensive rebound. Fakes, goes up and under, lays it in, and gets the contact and the foul. Thomas's 4th board, her 11th point, and she heads to the line looking to make it 12 on the night. Leading scorer for the Spartans, who trailed 51-22 with 6:36 left in the 3rd quarter.
And Courtney Thomas, she's starting to come alive despite the sizable deficit Montour has. And it certainly helps considering that Amalia Esposito is on the bench and is in a boot.
Clark down lows. The free throw was good. Another crisp pass down on the right block by Clark. Down to Mascaro as 4 quick ones in the second half. 53-23. Down low is Thomas. She misses a layup. Gets her own offensive board again. Goes up strong and lays it in. Thomas with 14. Now Clark going coast to coast. Misses a layup. Slides into the padded wall and goes opposite way to Montour. The rebound went to Montour and then nearly throwing it away and stripping it away is Clark. Clark going with the left hand. She's fouled and will head to the line.
You can tell that the Montour players from their body language, they're a bit down right now, considering that this is the 28-point deficit for Montour, and the fouls, a couple really easy calls, fouling Clark really hard there a couple of times now. And Montour at this point, they got to settle down and pretty much play for pride at this point.
Clark hits the first. She has 12 points tonight, including 4 assists, 3 boards, and a couple steals. Second free throw for Clark. Off front rim, rebound goes to out of bounds. No one collected the rebound, and it goes to Montour. 54-25 with 5:47 left in the 3rd. Thomas back to Agnew, who runs the offense. Agnew dishes looking down low for Thomas, stolen by Mascara. Clark up ahead. Clark looking to dish down low, and she's going to be contacted and fouled before dropping that pass down low to D'Angelo. Foul goes on Montour's Arena Dillinger, her second. Team second in the half. And Clark with the basketball now, goes down low, dishes it off to Petruzzi, who lays it in. Petruzzi's got 11. That's the 5th assist for Clark. 56-25, 5:20 left in the 3rd quarter. Bounce pass from Dillinger over to Agnew on the left wing. Pulls back, kicks it to the left corner. Driving left baseline and dishing to the right block. Tanny tries to fire a shot, but gets her own offensive rebound back to Agnew from the charity stripe, misses, and the rebound cleared by Mascaro. Clark up ahead, step back in front of the three-point arc in the left wing, dishes it down low to Williams, and she misses the layup, but she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
This Thomas Jefferson team is so fun to watch, just from the way they get so quickly into transition, beating everybody, Montour to the basket, and really just out-hustling Montour as a whole.
Williams gets the first to fall. She has 6. And the lead is 56-26, back to 30 for Thomas Jefferson. Second free throw is nothing but net. 7 for Shayler Williams, 57-26. Thomas Jefferson leads with 4:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Dillinger with the basketball. Scravis. Ava Scravis gets her pass stolen by Clark. Clark up ahead, right hand layup. That one's good. 14 for Jenna Clark. and the lead 60-25. And now the bench is going to clear for the Jaguars. Near steal by Scrabus as the Jaguars are going to sit the starters. And we got mass substitutions coming in. Everybody from the Thomas Jefferson bench is heading towards the court as Thomas Jefferson has really opened things up here in the second half. It's 60-25, largest lead of the night. With the basketball is Scrabus. Scrabus pulls up, dishes down low. Tanny drives. She's fouled, and Tanny will head to the line. Tanny has been to the line multiple times tonight. Foul goes on Cease. First free throw is off the front of the rim, no good by Tanny. And she stays at 8 points on the night. Second free throw. That one is good. 60-26, 9 points for Tanny. Gedman with the basketball, dribbling and hands it off to Gadon. Gadon back to Shern. Shern dribbling around the arc to Gedman. Gedman to the corner, Shern. Shern back to Gedman. Gedman drops it off. Shern with a left wing three. That one's short, no good. Rebounded inside by Thomas. Thomas drives herself all the way ahead. Throws up a floater, no good. Offensive board, and she's fouled. So Thomas trying to make things work for Montour, trailing by 34 points with 3:39 left in the third quarter. Thomas heads to the stripe. Her first free throw goes down. She has 15 points for Thomas. And her second free throw. That one's good. 16 for Thomas, 60-28, Thomas Jefferson leading. Gedman running the offense. Spin move, pull up, drops it off. Wagner drives inside, assist Gedman, and the layup for Wagner. Her first 2 points of the night, and it's 62-28. Chipping around. Montour playing around the arc. Dribbling towards the left wing is Dillinger. She pulls back, nearly thrown away by Gadon, and she gets it stolen away by Shern. Shern floats a pass to Gedman. Gedman drives, right hand layup, the foul, the contact, and Gedman goes to the line. She's now got 4 with a chance at 5.
Thomas Jefferson's just doing whatever it wants right now. It's almost as if they're playing a pickup game in preparation for Gateway coming up next week.
Shern gets the assist, and we have more substitutions for Thomas Jefferson. Checking in is Natasha Yaniff. And also checking in for Thomas Jefferson is Lydia Shaw. Free throw by Gedman is good. She is 3 for 3 from the stripe. She has 5 points, and it's 65-28 Jaguars. Agnew over to Tamalini on the right wing. Dishes into Thomas. Thomas steps back, gives it to Tamalini. Bounce pass to Agnew. Inside, Thomas drives, left-hand layup. That one's good. Thomas leads all Montour scores with 18, and it's 65-30. Jaguars lead. 2:30 left, third quarter. Gedman inside, Shern. Shern, step off, and now a jumper from 16 feet away for Cease. She's got 4, and it's 67-30. This is going to Shern. Agnew with the basketball for Montour, dribbling around the arc. Tamalini throws up a right wing 3, line drive, no good, rebounded by Yaniff. Yaniff's first board of the night. Gedman runs the offense ahead with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Leading 67-30. Dribbles, spin move inside, drives right hand, and the foul, and Gedman will head to the line.
That's the third time she's done that tonight in this third quarter. Gedman, you wouldn't expect it from someone like Casey Gedman, but she's able to put a couple Montour Spartans on skates and spinning her way inside, getting the easy buckets or feeding her teammates from the left and right blocks.
First free throw is off the front rim, no good. As Wagner checks back in as well with Godone for Thomas Jefferson. First missed free throw tonight for Gedman. She was 3 for 3 previously. Now 3 for 4. Leading 67-30, 154 left in the third. Gedman hits the second. 6 points for Casey Gedman, and it's 68-30 Thomas Jefferson. Tambellini with the basketball. Pulls up her dribble on the left wing. Gets it to Agnew. Back to Tambellini. Inside to Thomas. Thomas triple teamed on the block, on the elbow. Back to Agnew. Misses the three-pointer. Going up and getting the rebound is Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick drops it to Tanny, and contact on the floor. And it will be an inbound for Montour on the baseline underneath the Jaguar basket. Agnew to inbound. Foul on Thomas Jefferson. Goes on Yaniv. And we have a travel call right off the inbound by Montour, so a turnover for the Spartans.
Tanny doesn't even know why it was a travel, and there was contact made between her and Yaniv on the right block. So I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a foul called, but nonetheless, at this point, it's too little too late.
Gedman drives, dishes off, down low to Yaniv. Yaniv back to Gedman. Across court pass to Wagner. Wagner drives with the right hand, and she gets the layup, and the assist goes to Gedman. Wagner with 4. It's 68-30. 70-30, excuse me. Agnew to Tan. Back to Agnew on the high right wing. Just dribbles ahead. Lobs one inside to Thomas. Thomas goes and misses, and a foul is called. 2 shots coming, and the clock begins to wind as Yaniv will pick up her second foul, and the clock finally stops with 50.9 seconds left. As that mercy clock has checked in. First free throw is good by Thomas. She has 19. She's been the bright spot for Montour this evening. And it's 70-31. Second free throw. Off front rim, no good. Yaniv gets the rebound. Thomas Jefferson storms ahead. Pass nearly intercepted by Fitzpatrick out of bounds. 7:31 remaining, 70-31 to score. 35 seconds and rolling here in the third quarter. Inbound goes to Shaw. Shaw drives. She's stripped by Thomas. Thomas has Gedman, charges ahead, picks up the basketball, lays it in. 21 points for Courtney Thomas. And it's 70-33. Gedman in the half-court circle, dribbles towards the left wing side, spin move towards the middle of the lane, goes up and under, lays it up, and it lays on the rim, no good. Rebound inside by Godone. She loses it. Fitzpatrick pitches it out, and back to Gedman. Last-second buzzer shot, and that one off back rim, no good. And after 3 quarters of play from Upper St. Clair, it's Thomas Jefferson 70, Montour 33. You are watching 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, sponsored by Carlow University, here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
While the weather outside may be frightful, the winter high school sports is delightful. That's here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Log on to the Trib, hssn.triblive.com, for weekly audio and video coverage of boys and girls high school basketball, WPIAL wrestling, and PIHL high school hockey. The warmth and the glow of the winter sports season may be heard daily on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Thomas Jefferson is bringing the starters back in for the fourth quarter, leading 70-33 against Montour. And it will be Williams inbounding to Clark. Montour is heading back on the floor. Montel Williams, Blair's in the background here at Upper St. Clair.
Hey, I mean, they've got a pretty good soundtrack.
Yeah, all classic 90s mix.
Can't complain there.
as we start the fourth quarter. 70-33, Clark with the basketball. Dribbles around, pull back at the right wing. Between the legs, down low, Mascaro driving, hook shot, that one no good. Rebounded inside by Petruzzi. She goes up strong, gets the contact, and one. 13 for Petruzzi. She heads to the line. She now has 5 rebounds, and the foul goes on Montour. Free throw for Petruzzi is good. 14 points for Petruzzi, and the foul goes on Agnew. It's her 3rd for Montour. She has the basketball into Thomas, down low to Tanny, and Thomas picks up the assist to Tanny, who has 11 for the Spartans. Clark quickly ahead. On the back dribble. Step back for 3 from the left wing, airmails it. Petruzzi gets the offensive board, but it's intercepted. Tambellini looking down low and saving the basketball is Tanny. Going up for the lay-in is Thomas, but she looked like she was blocked by Petruzzi, but a foul is called, and Thomas will head to the line.
Close call there. From our vantage point, it looked like she got all ball, but in those situations, it's pretty much a judgment call, and the officials obviously a better vantage point than we do.
Thomas with 22 points for Montour. Has a second free throw awaiting her.
Keep in mind, too, Alyssa D'Angelo hasn't scored a point in the second half, so that could be a factor for that.
Second free throw is good. 23 points for Thomas, 73-37 the score. Clark with the basketball. Passes it to Petruzzi on the right wing. Dribbles around the arc to D'Angelo, back to Clark. Clark drives all the way in. Left hand, and that one's good. Clark with 16 points. Assist to D'Angelo. And it's 75-37, 6.5 left, fourth quarter. Tambellini, back to Agnew, down low to Thomas. Over to Tanny. Tanny drives, lays it in. 13 for Tanny, assist Thomas. Thomas Jefferson charges ahead, leading 75-39. With 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Clark pulls back, goes between the legs, drives, step back. No look pass to Williams in the right corner. That one off the rim, no good. Rebound Tanny. Tanny gets it ahead to Scrabus. Scrabus to Agnew. Agnew looking to dribble and drive. Loses the basketball, stolen by Mascaro. Lobs it ahead to Clark. Clark steps back at the right wing. Dishes to D'Angelo, wide open right corner 3. That one no good. Rebound goes to Petruzzi, and she lays it in on the left side. And she has 16 now. And it's 77-39, Thomas Jefferson. Ahead quickly is Montour, driving is Scrabus. Goes up and under, no good. And a foul will come over the back, and I believe it will be on Tanny, who went over the back of Petruzzi. And that will bring it to the opposite end of the floor, and Thomas Jefferson, with the running clock, will head to the line for 1-1. 77-39 the lead, and it's Petruzzi heading to the stripe, and it's the 4th foul on Courtney Thomas as the mass subs come back in for the Jaguars.
Now this time staying on the bench.
Yes. Schern, Gedman, Wagner, and Seesaw entering, and Godon will be entering after Petruzzi shoots the free throws, and now the officials talking, and that has to halt the clock. 77-39 the score.
I think it's an issue with the scorebook. They're talking on the far sideline with the official scorebook.
And Petruzzi will now finally get to shoot her free throws. She has 16 on the night. First one on the front end of the 1-1, no good. Rebounded inside by Tanny. And now Montour, Agnew. Over to Scrabus, back to Agnew on the right wing. Down low inside to Thomas. Thomas drives right lane, and that one's good. 25 points for Courtney Thomas. Now a lob pass ahead. Petruzzi on the left corner. Dishes it off. Wagner loses her footing, but it's saved by Schern. Gedman at the top of the key, gets a screen from Cease, drops it off to Cease on the pick and roll, drives down low inside, and a travel is called on Cease. And now Petruzzi will check out for Godone. Jaguars leading 77-41 with 4:20 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Basketball in favor of Montour right now. Tanny drives right baseline, and that one goes down. Tanny has 15. Agnew picks up an assist. It's 77-43. Gedman gets a screen from Godone. She rolls off the screen, and a tie-up between Godone and Tanny. And it goes to Montour as Yanef and Shaw were about to check in. Buzzer rang, and now after they go all the way back to the scorer's table, the referee allows them in.
Convenient.
As Cease and Gedman check out of the game for Thomas Jefferson. Dribbling ahead is Scrabus. Scrabus picks up her dribble at the right wing, dishes to Thomas on the elbow. Her pass deflected, grabbed by Tanny, and a foul will be called on the floor. But it should be 1-1 for the Spartans, and it is. 77-43 the score in the fourth quarter. Clock has to stop. And Tamblini checks back in. Tanny to the line. 15 points to 9. First free throw is good.
Tanny and Thomas have been really the only bright spots for Montour. Out of the 44 points the Spartans have scored, 41 of them have come from Thomas and Tanny. She's got 16. Thomas has got 25.
Second free throw is good. Now 17. And it's 77-45. Quickly ahead is Thomas Jefferson. Going up and under is Shaw, missing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas Jefferson. And with 3 minutes and counting in the fourth quarter remaining, it's 77-45. The only other 3 points tonight for Montour is Carly Agnew, who hit a three early, very early in the first quarter. And a foul called, and Montour will head to the stripe again. And it's Tanny, who has 17, just hit 2 consecutive free throws. Clock stops with 2:38 left in the fourth quarter with the mercy roll on. 77-45. First one on the front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Gets her own offensive rebound. Goes up with the right hand. No good. Rebound inside by Wagner. Behind the back dribble by Godone. Sends it across to Shern on the far side of the court. Drops it off. Driving is Shaw up the middle, and Shaw lays it in. Shaw with her first 2 points of the night. 79-45, Thomas Jefferson. Now a steal by Wagner. Throws it ahead to Godone. Godone going to lay it up, and the ball out of bounds, and Agnew gets the block. And now it will be mass sub time for Montour as Dillinger and Ava Scrabus check in. And joining Dillinger and Ava Scrabus on the floor is Santucci, Alexis Santucci. Also checking in is Fitzpatrick and Sierra Trunick. Inbound, Thomas Jefferson. Shot for 3 by Shern. Doubled up in the left corner, and she hits. Shern with 3 on the night. 82-45. 1:20 left in the regulation period. With the basketball is Scrabus. Dribbling around, floats one to Dillinger. Down to Fitzpatrick, back out. Motion around the arc, Scrabus. Dishes back to Dillinger. Dillinger dribbles, pulls it off to Trunick. Trunick steps back all the way around, floats one to Scrabus on the right wing. Scrabus, Dillinger, Dillinger. Driving, bounce pass inside to Fitzpatrick. She falls on the floor, and she's tied up with Shern. And possession arrow to Thomas Jefferson. With 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Score 82-45, Jaguars leading. Coasting towards a berth in the WPIAL Class 5A quarterfinals. Inside, Yaniff, hook shot. That one goes. Yaniff with 2 points. 84-45, the sister of the previous 1,000-point score for the Jaguars before Petruzzi did it. Alexis Yaniff. And Yaniff gets the steal. Dribbling ahead is Shern. Shern, three-pointer. Right corner, no good by Godone. Offensive rebound by Shaw. She lays it up, no good. Ball out of bounds, but it has no meaning as the clock will wind down. And the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars have moved on to the Class 5A quarterfinals with a decisive 84-45 victory over the Montour Spartans. We'll take a break. When we come back, our scoring recap, sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, along with our post-game interview sponsored by Carlow University with Thomas Jefferson head coach George Vlasic. We'll be right back here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and it's all sponsored by Carlow University. It's the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlow. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou.
Carlow University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Welcome back to part one of our pregame show, and it's the postgame interview sponsored by Carlow University, proud sponsor of all girls high school sports here at the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Pleasure to be joined alongside by George Vlasic, head coach of Thomas Jefferson. And Coach, it was an easy, commanding victory tonight, 84-45, and you got contributions all over the floor, especially from your starters. And I want to start with the main player in the first half of your team, Alyssa D'Angelo. She was lights out from all around the court in that first half.
Yeah, Sean, this kid's a pure shooter. Just works so hard. This kid, she's in the gym, leaves our practice, and she goes somewhere else and works out, gets some work shooting, sprinting, agility, and working on her footwork. So this is a kid, again, pure shooter, just, gives us so much.
Now, you just seen this team a couple weeks ago, back on February the 5th. Were there any adjustments you had to make as compared to that first time around? I know it was a decisive victory that first time, 63-39. What adjustments did you have to make to prepare for this first round matchup?
Sean, not much. Those kids were overmatched against us. One thing we try to focus on was Thomas, their 1,000-point scorer. She's a kid that can really light it up. She can score in a variety of ways. And our focus was just that, to go ahead, get some pressure on the perimeter and just pay attention, a lot of attention, and deny her right hand. She's real strong to that side, so that was our game plan. Let's keep her under 20, because she's capable.
You got great contribution off the bench tonight, of course. You had a lot of girls check in throughout this game. What is getting them playing time, especially in a playoff atmosphere, do and help you with down the line?
Well, it does. We've had a lot of opportunities to play some of these younger kids and play 8, 9 kids deep. And this is exactly what we want to do, is we want to give these kids, we want them to be battle tested when we hit the long stretch here for the playoffs. And we do. We've been getting this all year long. Contributions from 7, 8, 9 kids at times. So we're very fortunate to have kids that put a lot of time and make sacrifices, and and it shows on the court.
Now you have a week-long layoff before your quarterfinal matchup, and it's an opponent that you're used to this season, as Gateway pulled out a victory against Ringgold tonight, 39-28. Your only loss in section play this year came to those Gateway Gators. What's it going to take in round 3?
Well, like you said, Sean, we're no strangers to Gateway. This is a team that, they got size. They got a really good point guard. They really run a slow tempo down offense. They discipline, ball control, hold the ball, really try to take us out of our up-tempo game and try to get the game in the 30s, and that's what happened both times. They run that 2-3 zone. It's a really good 2-3 zone, put a lot of pressure on the perimeter. So we're just going to have to attack that zone and get into the crease of the zone and collapse that zone. And once we do that, we can pitch it out to our shooters, and that's a success we had against them. But we lost in double overtime and just didn't finish. But
Last year your team was 12-10. This year you've now moved your record to 20-3. What is it about this team that has grown in just such a short period of time, and what makes your team what many people think are favorites to make it to the Peterson Event Center?
Well, we got a lot of committed kids, and we got that sophomore to come up for us, and she's just developed so much as a shooter and a defensive player for us. And the Petruzzi kid, you know, she's just, this is her 4th year as a starter, and she just gives us so much. She's very hard to guard, and that's probably it right now. We got 5 kids on the floor that we start, and they're hard to guard. It's like when we go up against our opposition, it's like, who do we stop? You know, we got 5 kids that can fill it up. We got 5 kids that can, you know, get to the rim, and we got a real good, tough post player inside. You know, she's only 5'9", but boy, you know what? She plays like she's 5'11", and she's very savvy and smart. So, you know, and Jenna Clark, of course, our point guard. You know, this is a D1 point guard. And really, you know, she's the head of the snake. So, you know, we're very fortunate to have this group of kids, and that's what we go with. That's how we roll.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get to the locker room and talk it over with your girls, as I know you guys are getting ready to head back to Jefferson Hills. So congratulations on the victory, and good luck next week in the quarterfinals against Gateway.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, thank you for joining me this evening. Coach George Vlasic of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Victors tonight against Montour, 84-45. We'll take another short break. When we come back, we will have the scoring recap, and we will send you home here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Hi, this is Josh Roundtree with the new Trib Live High School Sports Network's PIHL Power Play Show. This winter, myself and the coach, Kevin Zlomansky, will bring you the most comprehensive coverage of high school hockey in Western PA. Hey, Kevin, any suggestions on how we can pull it off?
We're not goons. We're not bullies. No matter what people say or do, we have to be ourselves.
Okay. Well, word is that you've been letting success go to your head a bit.
Hey, what I do is none of your business. Is that clear?
This should be a fun season. It's the PIHL Power Play Show every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on the new Trib Live High School Sports Network.
AstroTurf, a pioneer in sports surfacing, proudly supports high school athletics. Visit one of their 280 fields in the tri-state area to see their cutting-edge technology. AstroTurf's focus on R&D enables them to provide innovative surfaces that protect athletes and stand the test of time. AstroTurf now propels performance with iconic turf fields and legendary Record-Tan tracks. They manufacture, build, and maintain a full range of turf and track systems for total quality control. Learn more at astroturf.com.
The team at UPMC Sports Medicine doesn't just rebuild wrists and knees. They build better athletes. Athletes at every level who want to get stronger and faster and prevent injuries. Fact is, no other sports medicine program in the region is more experienced when it comes to treating, training, and inspiring athletes. UPMC, the official healthcare provider of the Penguins, Steelers, and you. Find out more at upmcsportsmedicine.com.
People ask what drives me. It's the respect I have for my opponents, the trust I have in my teammates, a coach who treats me with dignity, and a university that has faith in me on and off the field. That's what keeps me focused, why I practice harder, play my heart out. I play to win. I play for Carlo. Tell us your story using #WhatDriveSYou.
Carlo University is a proud sponsor of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle every Monday at 7 o'clock on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Each week, we'll take a look at the latest happenings on the mat from around the WPIAL, talk with coaches, and get you set for what's to come as the season rolls on. Come out and see us every Monday as the show we broadcast live from 40 Bar and Grill just west of Washington on Route 40. Inside the WPIAL Wrestling Circle every Monday night at 7 o'clock only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Check out the new and improved Trib Live High School Sports Network website every day. Log on to tribhssn.triblive.com for all the schedules, the scores, the standings, great articles, and features from around the WPIAL. And, of course, live and archived broadcasts. If you are a high school sports fan, the only website you will need is the new Trib Live High School Sports Network at tribhssn.triblive.com. For a weekly in-depth look at boys and girls high school basketball in the district, log on to the WPIAL Round Ball Report every Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Join experts Chris Harlan, Sean Myers, and James Dotson for coaches' interviews and the latest hoops news around the WPIAL. Oh, and Don Rebel is back on the show as well. That's the WPIAL Roundball Report, Wednesday at 6 p.m. here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Back at Upper St. Clair High School, final score again, Thomas Jefferson 84, Montour 45. This game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL and the Trib Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. It's now time for our scoring recap, sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And Brandon, I will send it over to you. You got an easy one with Montour on the scoring update, but scattered throughout for the Jaguars side.
Yeah, that's an understatement to say the least. Montour with only 3 players scoring for the Spartans. Thomas Jefferson, 11 different players counting buckets for the Jaguars. For Montour, leading scorer of the team and of the game, Courtney Thomas. She had 25 points, an impressive performance, especially in the second half, despite the fact that she was going up against mostly the second string of Thomas Jefferson. 25 points for the junior in her final game this season. Gabby Tanny, another junior, also getting in a lot of points as well. 17 points for the junior from Montour. And finally, Carly Agnew hitting the lone three-pointer for Montour as a whole. And that came early on in the first half. Thomas Jefferson, oh boy, this is going to take a while. The leading scorer, Alyssa D'Angelo, she scored 20 points, all of them coming in the first half and off of 4 threes as well. She was on fire in the first quarter and into halfway through quarter number 2. Marina Petruzzi, the Wesleyan Cardinal commit, and Jenna Clark both scoring 16 points as well for Thomas Jefferson. And since there's so many scoring, I'm just going to run through the line from here on out. Becca Mascaro had 4. Natasha Yaniv with 2. Shayla Williams had 7. Mara Cease had 4. Casey Gedman with 6. Julia Shern had 3. Molly Wagner scored 4. And Lydia Shaw scoring 2 points. The scoring recap sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, powering the Stay Strong and Play On program with the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And also as well, if you're a working professional ready to move up in your career, Seton Hill University has a program just for you. Seton Hill is an adult degree program, offers flexible undergraduate degree courses in areas like accounting, criminal justice, business, and human services. The adult degree program has 5 start dates a year and offers convenient course times, financial aid, a 96% placement rate, and career services for life. Register for our next info session and learn more at setonhill.edu/ADP. Seton Hill University, this way up.
A little more on the stats here as Courtney Thomas finishes with 25 points and 7 rebounds for the Spartans. Gabby Tanny, with her 17 points, collected 10 rebounds for the Montour Spartans. Altogether, Montour collecting 23 total rebounds on the night. And for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, Jenna Clark with her 16 had 5 assists, 3 boards, 3 steals. Mascaro went 2 assists and 4 rebounds. Williams added 2 rebounds. Petruzzi 16 and 7 rebounds with a dish as well. D'Angelo 20 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. Cease had a couple rebounds as well as Yanif and a couple assists apiece for Julia Shern and Casey Gedman. Cease also had 1 assist. Well, Brandon, Thomas Jefferson easily mows its way to the quarterfinals and has a tough matchup coming up against Gateway, who won in the 7-10 matchup against Ringgold, a team that the Jaguars know all so well this year.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson splitting games this season with the Gateway Gators, winning a tight one at home and then losing by 1 the second time around. But the difference is this Thomas Jefferson team really looks like a totally different team from the regular season. You can really tell the way that they were getting to the basket, putting shots up, playing stout defense, especially with that 3-headed monster, D'Angelo, Clark, and Petruzzi, really playing lights out for Thomas Jefferson. It's going to be a fun game to watch against Gateway, but the way Thomas Jefferson looked tonight, you got to have high optimism if you're a Thomas Jefferson Jaguar.
Well, Thomas Jefferson and Gateway will square off next Saturday. A week off for both of these teams in the quarterfinals. The earlier game, Oakland Catholic moves on to face the winner of Trinity and Plum. For Jess Levo on video, for Brandon Rossi, my broadcast partner, I'm Sean Saputo, wishing you a great night from Upper St. Clair High School. Again, it's Thomas Jefferson 84 and Montour 45. This has been an exclusive broadcast of the Trib Live High School Sports Network's coverage of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and it's all sponsored by Carlow University. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and have a fantastic evening.
You have been listening to WPIAL Basketball 2017-2018 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and sponsored by UPMC Sports Medicine, by AstroTurf, by Carlow University, proud sponsor of the 2018 WPIAL Girls Basketball Playoffs, and by Trib Total Media. You can follow the 2017-2018 WPIAL Boys and Girls Basketball season every day by logging on to tribhssn.triblive.com. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Trib Live High School Sports Network.